Good morning, my dear students. Today in the school, I have explained determinants and its properties. So, I am uploading this video for those students who have not attended the school today. Okay. In determinants, what is determinants? If some elements are written within two vertical lines in the form of row and columns like A, B, C, D. Just see here, these vertical lines are said to be columns. So, two columns are here C1, C2, and horizontal lines are said to be rows. In the case of matrices, we have already seen row number 1, row number 2. Here two rows and two columns are there. That's why this determinant is said to be of order 2, or of order 3 it is A, B, C, suppose P, Q, R, M, N, O. So, here 3 columns and 3 rows, that's why its order is 3. Okay, and now the question is that what are their minors and cofactors, and thereafter how will you solve a determinant, how will you find the value of a determinant. Okay, now minor of any element in the determinant. Okay, suppose you are given this determinant. Now what will be a minor of any element? So minor of any element, suppose you want to find the minor of this element A. So the left minor, after deleting or after removing the column and the row, this column and row which intersect at that element. Suppose for this element A, minor of any element, suppose this element is A11, means just see here, or you can represent by putting their position. Here this one A11 means the element of first row and first column. Okay, element of first row and first column. Here element of first row and second column, element of third row, first row and third column. Is it clear? See please. So this is second row, first column, second row, second column, second row, third column. Here third row, first column, third row, second column, and third row, third column. In this way also you can state the position of the elements which are given in the determinant. Is it clear to everyone? Now see better. If you want to find the minor of any element, suppose A11, so you have to remove the row and column which are intersecting at that element. Now for this element, which row and column are intersecting? This first row and first column are intersecting at this element. So you have to remove these only. The left minor will be minor of, means left element. This will be equal to A22, A23, A32 and A33. This one is said to be minor of the element A11 for this determinant. Okay, similarly, and we denote it minor of first row, first column element. Minor of first row, first column element. Is it okay? Similarly, minor of A12 means first row, second column element. For this one, now you can remove this and this. So what will be left over? It will be A21, A23, A31 and A33. Is it clear? In this way you can find minor of all the elements in the determinant. Now come to the cofactor. How can you find cofactor? How can you find cofactor? Now for the cofactor, here cofactor of any element, will be represented by capital A, and for any element we can represent here their number. Suppose I is the number of row and j is the number of column, then we write it as cofactor of a I, ith and jth, means ith column and jth, ith row and jth column elements. So we write it, this one is equal to, here a right sign means proper sign. What sign will come? So for sign, -1 whole power I plus j. Okay, -1 power I plus j means number of row plus number of column for that particular element. Now see, this will be into minor Mij, means by using this relation we can find cofactor of an element. Means what is cofactor? Cofactor is the basically minor with sign. So cofactor of any element is the minor with proper sign, and sign, how will you come to know what sign should be here? So -1 power I plus j, I and j are the position of that particular element. Here I is the number of row for that element and j is the number of column in which that element is present. For example, if you want to find A11 for this example here, for this we have calculated minors, and here A11. So for A11, here -1 whole power 1 plus 1 2, and minor of 1 2, minor of 1 1, this will give you what? -1 whole square means +1 plus M11. What is minor of M? First row first column element, it one is A22, A23, A32 and A33. In this way, this one is the cofactor of that particular element. Okay. Now how can you evaluate the value of determinant? Okay. Now see, how can you evaluate determinant? Okay, see. If you are given any determinant, by taking an example, 1 3 minus 2, 1 3 minus 2, by taking an example 1 3 minus 2, 4 1 minus 1, 4 1 minus 1, 5 minus 3 2, 5 minus 3 2. If you have to evaluate the value of this determinant, then how will you do? Here you can expand a determinant by taking any one of the row or any one of the column. Okay, you have to be quite clear. You can expand, you can evaluate the determinant, value of determinant by using any column or any row. My advice is that you need to prefer that column or that row in which more number of zeros are there. Okay, otherwise there is no foundation. You can expand it by taking any one of the row or any one of the column. There will be no effect on their value. Okay, so how can you find? Formula is that the value of determinant will be equal to, suppose delta is the symbol to represent the value of determinant, is equal to any element. Okay, element means suppose A, any element Aij. Okay, suppose I am solving this by taking this row. So A21, second row first column element into its cofactor capital A21, any element into its cofactor, plus if you are solving by taking this row, then you have to take all elements of this row, means now A22 A22 into capital A22 and thereafter plus A23 into capital A23. Small a21, a22, a23 are elements of the selected row. Since I have selected second row to solve this determinant, you can select any one of them. So if you have selected this row to solve this one, then you have to take this element and into its cofactor, this element into its cofactor, plus this element into its cofactor. Okay, everywhere you will put positive sign. Since if negative sign will come, then it is included in cofactor. Okay, now see, a21 means here 21 is 4 into its cofactor. What is cofactor of this? So 2 plus 1 is minus 1, means 2 plus 1 is 3, minus 1 power 3. Okay, and a21 its cofactor. Now leaving this and this, 3 minus 2, 3 minus 2, and here minus 3 2. Okay, plus a22. Okay, a22 is 1. So here you can put 1 and its cofactor minus 1 power 4, 2 plus 2 4, and its minor what? For this one you have to leave like this. So 1 minus 2, 1 minus 2, thereafter 5 2, and plus here it is minus 1. The element is minus 1 and thereafter its cofactor, leaving this one and this one, 1 3 5 minus 3, 1 3 5 minus 3. What's about its sign? It is 2 and 3. So minus 1 power 5 and this one element is plus minus 1. This minus 1 is this element and minus 1 power I plus j, 3 plus 2 5, 5 it is. Is it clear better? Alright, now you can expand it. Minus 1 cube minus 4 and solving it, 3 2 is 6 minus 3 2 is 6. Okay, and here plus 1, 2 minus 10 is plus 10. Here minus 1 power 5 is minus plus. Here it one is minus 3 minus 15. So this one is 0 plus 12 minus 18. It implies minus 6. Minus 6. So you can check the same determinant you can evaluate by taking any one of the column or any one of the row, as you know well. Okay, I hope so that you have got these all things. Now coming to the properties of a determinant. So properties of the determinant, property number 1. Here property number 1 is that if all elements of any row or any column are 0, if all elements of any row, suppose A, B, C and here 0 0 0, here P, Q, R. So see, in this determinant all elements of second row are 0. So its value will be equal to 0. So you can see here, it is quite obvious that here all elements of this second row are 0. That's why its value will become 0. Now if all elements of column are, if suppose A, B is 0, here P, Q 0, here alpha, beta 0, then also its value will become 0. In this way, according to first property of the determinant, if all elements of any row or any column are 0, then the value of determinant will definitely be 0. This is the first property. Now second property. Second property is that if you have a determinant like A, B, C, P, Q, R, alpha, beta, gamma, and here you interchange the rows and columns. That is, if rows be changed into columns and columns into rows, then the value of determinant is unaltered, means the value of determinant will not change. For example, this will be equal to if all rows becomes columns like A, B, C, here P, Q, R, alpha, beta, gamma. So this is the second property. In other words, you can say if we take the transpose of any determinant, then its value will not change. Okay. Now coming to third property. Here the third property is that if any two rows or columns of a determinant be interchanged, the resulting determinant is the negative of the original determinant. If any two, third property is that if any two rows or columns are interchanged, any two, suppose A, B, C I have taken, here P, Q, R, here alpha, beta, gamma. Okay. Now suppose I have interchanged the first and second rows. Okay. Now see, if I have interchanged first and second rows, here P, Q, R and here A, B, C. This alpha, beta, gamma unchanged. So just see, I have interchanged first and second rows. So if we interchange any row or any columns, then its value will be unaltered, means magnitude will remain same, the negative sign will be there. For odd times interchange, that is, if we interchange the rows or columns odd times, then the value will be negative, and for even times it will be positive only, means there is no effect. Okay. Now coming to properties number 4. Okay. So see, properties number 4, 5, 6, these all are the most important properties. Here according to properties number 4, if any two rows or columns are identical, if any two rows or columns of a determinants are identical, then its value of the determinant will be 0. Okay. For example, if ABC here, PQR here, and again it is ABC, then its value will be 0. Or any two column like, or here 1, 2, 3, here 5, 6, 7, here again 1, 2, 3, then also 0. See, here first and third columns are identical, here first and third rows are identical. If even here, suppose it is ABC, here PQR, any two rows are identical, then its value will become 0. Or any two columns are identical, then also its value will become 0. Now the fifth one is that if ABC, here PQR, if they are identical, means any two rows or any two columns are identical, then will be 0. Or if any two rows or any two columns are in the same proportion, then also its value will be 0. For example, if it is not exactly ABC, it is k times of A, k times of B and k times of C. So see, this Ka upon A, K, this Kb upon B, K, Kc upon C, K, then also its value will become 0. Is it clear? So here the rule is that if any two rows or columns are in the same proportion, if the elements of any two rows or any two columns are in the same proportion, then its value will be equal to 0. Here another property is that if all elements of any determinants are multiplied by any constant value, okay, for example, if here ABC, here PQR, alpha, beta and gamma, this is R, and any rows, all elements of any rows are multiplied by a constant value, suppose lambda, then its value means this lambda can be taken out, means earlier suppose ABC, it will give you some value, then if all elements is multiplied by lambda, means lambda A, lambda B, lambda C, here PQR, alpha, beta, gamma, then its value will become lambda times to this one. In other words, you can say here you can take lambda common, but they are not equal, since here you have multiplied by lambda. Okay, so in other words you can say, if lambda is multiplied, okay, in all elements of any determinant, then you can take it as common. Okay, so from here you can write as lambda ABC PQR alpha, beta, gamma. So conclusion is that you can multiply by any constant into a single row elements or into all elements of single column. Okay, but it was not possible in the case of matrices. In the case of matrix, if you are going to multiply by any constant to the matrix, then multiplication was in all elements of that matrix. Okay, here in the case of determinant, you can take out any number common from all elements of any single row or single column, and you can multiply or divide a single rows elements or columns as well. Okay, next property is that if each entry in a row of a determinant is written as the sum of the two or more terms, like ABC here plus x1 plus x2 plus x3, here alpha, beta, gamma, PQR. Okay, then we can separate it, we can write it as a sum or difference of two determinants or more than two determinants. Okay, so we can write it as ABC alpha, beta, gamma, PQR plus next one x1, x2, x3 alpha, beta, gamma and PQR. Okay, so this is also a very most important property. Now another important property is that if all elements of any row or column are added with some common multiple of any other column or one or more than two columns, just like suppose ABC PQR alpha, beta, gamma, you have a determinant like this, then its value will be unaltered even if you are adding any one of the column into one or any one of the row into any other row, just like ABC plus here alpha, B plus beta, C plus gamma, here PQR alpha, beta, gamma. This both will give you same value. Okay, or if it is not directly added, just see here column number 1 is written now column 1 plus column 3, even though with a constant coefficient, if all elements of this column is multiplied by a constant value just like k times, then k alpha, k beta, k gamma, then also it will give you same value. Okay, now the last theorem is that factor theorem. If the elements of a determinant that involves x are polynomials in x, and if the determinant is equal to 0 when A is substituted for x. Okay, then x minus a is a factor of this determinant. According to this property, you see, if you are given a determinant like x square, x cube, here a square, a cube, b square, b cube, just see better. So if you have a determinant this one, according to factor theorem, if you are putting the value of x something, suppose x is equal to, let x is equal to a. So by putting some value of x, if the value of your determinant coming to 0, just like if you are putting x is equal to a, so what will be your new determinant? Just I am writing here. It implies that new determinant will be a square, a cube, and here b square, b cube, a square, a cube. Already it is here. So just see here, first row and last row, means third row, both are identical. So what should be its value? Definitely, since two rows are identical, so its value will become 0. It implies that x minus a is said to be a factor of above determinant. Okay. Similarly, if x is equal to b, then this first one will be identical with second. First row will be identical with second. Then again you will find the value of that determinant is equal to 0. Therefore, by putting x is equal to b, again you will get 0, and hence x minus b will also be a factor. This is the factor theorem of determinant. These all things are the properties of determinant. So you can start solving numericals from exercise and numeric examples of last 5D, 5C and 5D. Okay. In this way, all the concepts of determinants are over now. So you can start solving numericals. Thank you so much.